After transforming our wildly overgrown backyard from this into this, today we'll be sprucing up our terraces and turning our lagoon into our very own sandy beach. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since. And now, after moving from the USA to Portugal, we'll be documenting our entire journey of building our dreams as we transform a historic watermill into our first home, not on wheels. Join us as we embark on this new and exciting phase of life. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin. Okay, one of the hard parts about our lagoon is that there's no easy way to get in. You sort of have to like...
Let's see it. Running start.
Running start. Not so much. Don't disturb all the silt on the bottom. Or the frogs.
So clear.
I lost my top. Whoa! I made it all the way across really fast.
All right, here I come. Cannonball!
No! Did you land on the bottom?
It's like baby poo on the bottom. It's like a pillow.
Oh, it's like a mud bomb. Oh no.
First time we've been in together.
See that? It was so clear before.
There's a fountain in here.
Okay, now where do you get out of the mud bath? We should definitely make steps here of some sort.
I think that's a great idea.
We were originally going to make a separate pool for swimming in up here on one of our terraces, but it's hard to want to spend the time and energy doing that when we have this. It just seems like we could have done maybe a better job making that swimmable, but you know, it was never really the intention.
Chocolate milk?
Lentil soup?
Well, I'm making some pretty good headway this morning. Got the strimmer, the weed whacker in action, clearing off a nice section so that we'll have a path around the perimeter of our property. I'm so excited about this. I'm absolutely stoked because as many of you have been following our channel for years, Brittany and I have had the opportunity to hike some of the best hiking trails in the world, and now we get our very own hiking path. This is epic. You can actually see the ocean from up here. I also want to point out, this is what the lot line perimeters are marked with. These really cool granite stones. A lot of them are still intact, standing properly as they were placed probably centuries ago. Others, they've kind of fallen over or broken and they're set up like cairns. But as you walk around the whole edge of the lot, you find these and it's just really cool. I don't know, something about having stone markers instead of just like flags or little rebar poles or wooden stakes. It's pretty neat. And I might keep moving up to the hill because I want to clear off a really cool little circular spot at the top of our hill where we get a grand view from.
One of the reasons Drew and I love our property so much is because we're so close to the sea. We love living in the peace and beauty of the mountains, but we are also definitely beach people. Taking a break from all of our outdoor projects because Drew could use a clean pair of socks. And in honor of Plastic Free Month, we want to share with you a bit about the sponsor of today's episode, and that is True Earth. We have been using their eco laundry strips for years now, and what we love most is the fact that they come in this recyclable cardboard sleeve, which not only helps save space, but it makes it possible for us to bring these when we travel. By using things like this, we are helping them in their mission of eliminating the amount of billions of household plastic products that end up in our oceans and landfills. So it allows us to do our part in making the world a better place, one load of laundry at a time.
Separated the colors.
These European washing machines are real small.
Van lifers, we're so used to doing all of our clothes.
Just shoving
all
them
the
in
colors, the dirtiest to the cleanest to the nicest and the most rugged, all in one load.
Oh, my poor clothes are in there with your socks.
In my really dirty pants.
Oh.
I did a lot of stripping in those pants.
Poor pants.
Are we taking it all out and sorting? I think we must. Whoa!
And they're so easy to use. You just rip the strips and toss them right in with your clothes. And they even have a platinum version for heavy duty, ultra dirty loads. And usually we use two because, like I said, we're real dirty these days. So fresh and so clean. You don't have a laundry basket, so we're just gonna have to do it like this. Right now, if you use our link below, you can get 10% off of True Earth's eco laundry strips and their other eco household products. Even Drew socks smell like lilacs, if you can believe that.
Oh
yeah. We saw that it's going to be about 100 degrees in a week or so we're kind of planning maybe a little getaway. Something to look forward to in the coming episodes. But for now, we have a big delivery coming, and you know those 5 terraces that we uncovered not so long ago? We're gonna start planning out and laying the grounds for at least one of those terraces to become a very special and important place. You know, after having our friends the newbies come visit us last week, it was a little bit hard for Drew and I to motivate ourselves to get back to working on the land. It was like, what were we doing again? Where do we start? Sometimes that can happen, especially when you feel so spent as far as like physically, and then you just have a little mental break. It's hard to get back in the game, but we're doing it. We're figuring it out. So many. Remember our initial days of cutting down our infamous eucalyptus trees within the 50-meter radius of our watermill? Well, here you see me cutting back what has sprouted back since the initial cutting down and salting of these fire-fueling trees. You know what's frustrating though? Here's one that I salted and drilled, and it still grew back. It's hard to stay on top of them when you got so many to keep an eye on. Some of the stumps that I salted did not grow back, but there were quite a few more that were cut down that I didn't salt, and that is what I'm dealing with here. Learn from my mistake. Here's a stump I never salted. Look at that. They just self-propagate. I gotta snip all these off now. So I've just created more work for myself. A few of you, including our friend Skipper, did offer the advice of basically hammering a copper nail into the tree stumps, and apparently that should kill them and prevent them from growing back too, which sounds like an even simpler method, but we haven't yet been able to go to the store to see if we can source some copper nails, but that's at the top of the list because that sounds like a lot less maintenance than either needing to continue to clip away the new growth or to do the salt in the bucket thing. Jeez. Our ultimate plan is to reforest, but for the time being, we actually have quite a few native species growing on our property, like madroños and cork oaks, and we just want to nurse the ones that are already here back to health so that they can really flourish now that the eucalyptus aren't going to be trying to like suck and drink all of their water. I think it's a giant horned beetle. How crazy. I didn't know we had these here. I think it's the biggest beetle I have ever seen. Look at this. It smells so nice. I know it might seem weird that I'm making tea in the middle of a very hot summer day, but yesterday I went to my Chinese doctor for the very first time. And he has me drinking this tea after lunch and after dinner, as well as a syrup that I take 3 times a day, a 5-minute breathing exercise that I do in the morning and before bed. And I have a very good feeling that he is going to help me with the asthma problems that I have been having recently. So I will keep you guys updated. But for now, I'm just going to keep on following the regimen and hope for the best. What are you doing out here, Mr. Adventure?
Oh, you know. Actually, I'm ordering some sunshades that we can put over the top of the van to help us just stay a little cooler with this hot weather coming. Our friends actually recommended a place that we can order from, so doing my research, making my measurements, hopefully I'm ordering the right thing.
Depending on how fast we can get these shades shipped to us. Try to say that 3 times fast. Shades shipped. Ooh, that could be dangerous. Well, you might see them by the end of this episode or in an upcoming episode, because you never know with the shipping here. We've been having, let's just say we've been having some shipping issues. Welcome to terrace number 2. As you can see, we have terrace number 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 are just over there. And having our lagoon over there, which provides a much cooler area. Drew and I have decided that we want to actually gravel this entire terrace and park our camper over there. And transform our little lagoon into our very own beach in the mountains. And because of how our roads and property flows, this is the only terrace we can actually drive down on. And luckily, Jose can drive down on it too.
You're the best.
Since his big delivery will be a key part of making our private little beach possible. Not only will it be much cooler for us down here during the summer months, but it's just easier for us to keep an eye on the projects that we want to work on, because up where we are now, we're a bit far removed, and being down here, I think we'll just be more connected to the work that we're getting done, to little changes and little areas that we want to clean up and beautify, plus get a better feel for what we want to put on the other terraces, which down below me here, we've decided this is where we want to either put a natural pool or maybe a stock tank pool. And then when it comes to planting trees and flowers, you know, and having a garden, we have 1, 2, 3 more terraces that are luckily pretty easy to get water up to from our lagoon. So we have the ability to be a bit flexible with the number of terraces that we have. And like I said in a previous episode, we don't want a super high maintenance property. And so covering one of our terraces in gravel to use as a nice level space, not only for us, but for future van lifers, or maybe for my she shed in the future when we're not, you know, living in our camper van anymore. But I think this will become a very useful space for us. I have to say though, it was really hard for us to commit to covering one of our terraces in gravel, because you can't undo that. We'll see how this all turns out. But behind me, we have some beautiful mature fruit trees, but they're just being totally suffocated by the earth and rocks that have been pushed this direction since making our roads. I'll feed you. Just want to have this done so that once there's nice gravel, we don't still have this job, you know, to make a mess everywhere. You'll see we have some struggling, beautiful fruit trees. Pomegranate, I think passion fruit was what the other one was. A marmalada used to make marmalade. And we just really need to somehow dig them out of all of this. A little baby fruit. It would take us so long to grow healthy trees like this. It's worth saving them, whatever it takes, you know?
All right, well, Brittany does such a lovely job cleaning around these fruit trees. I've got the new head on the strimmer, and I'm gonna clean the rest of our terrace off because she has grown back green a little bit. And before what we're gonna do to it, we need to get it cleaned up one last time.
Wow, babe.
It's looking really pretty good, right?
Yeah. Can you do that over here? Oh.
One other thing we should have done is move the wheelbarrow a little closer to the wall so all the material goes in the wheelbarrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get it, babe. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a big one. Ooh. We should put that one in the hole in the wall.
Yeah, that's a good one to keep.
In the meantime, I'm trying to get all these thorny sticks out of here. I just want to show you guys how crazy the thorns are. I mean, they'll go right through your gloves.
Like a wall of thorns.
We're trying to let the good plants breathe. This is like Operation Save the Fruit Trees. Along with helping me save the trees, Drew was also doing a lot of work preparing our lagoon for our 14,000 pound or 4 cubic meter delivery of sand.
Well, that's how you clean up the sticks around the lagoon. But it does not look too pretty right now. Anyone want to go swimming? Oh, I don't think the frogs like this disturbing their habitat. Hopefully they'll forgive us. But we kind of got to wreck it in order to beautify it. The goal now is to do some more raking, plant some trevo, which is clover. Wow, look all the frogs coming out now. I think they think it's nighttime in the water. That's amazing. Look at them popping up over here. So cool. So babe.
Wow.
I'd say the pool's closed for the day.
Yeah.
Whoa, look what Brittany's up to today.
De-sticking our lagoon. Look at this. But I love this lagoon and I love swimming in it, and I am not sure we're gonna have a natural pool or a stock tank pool for the summer. I'm not sure. But I know this will be here. And if we're having sand delivered today, I definitely want there to be less sticks in our sand. You've done a nice job, and the next steps are going to be to put these rocks along this edge and then plant some clover seeds, put down the fabric, and then hopefully that's when Jose will arrive. So we're expecting that everything will happen in the right order. If Jose shows up early with the sand, we will not be ready, but I think we'll be all right.
We're trying to make sure that the entire circumference of the pond, our lagoon, has a nice little rock perimeter. See, look at our nice little line over there where the water flows out. We got some stairs, and I'm gonna finish shuffling all these rocks around, putting them in place. And over here's where we're gonna plant the seed for the clover. It did clean up quite a bit today, and you can actually see where the source of the water comes from now. Step by step, things are coming along. Oh no! That was a close call.
We have the steps here finished, and we've lined the edges with giant river rocks, and it looks really lovely, actually. I'm really proud of us.
That looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I just had one of those epic moments. I brought out our clover seed, set it on a rock, and this is what happened. Whoops. Looks like we're gonna have some clover growing in this spot next to the lagoon. Sometimes these things just happen around here. They happen to you guys too. Oh, that was a little heavy. I really considered one of those automated grass seed spreaders, but after going to the store and seeing they were 55 euros, I decided I'd save a few dollars. Nothing my hands and a little shovel action can't do. Now that the rainy season has passed, let's just hope that by using the pump, being in this moist area under these trees, our treble will grow. That's the goal. Whoops. There we go. Oh, one more flip.
Like you're wrestling.
Okay, we're gonna make a wrestling ring. Any contenders? Makes me just want to lay on it and take a nap. I'll see you tomorrow.
Nice.
All right, it's that hour. Jose is here and our 4 cubic meters of sand have arrived. And we're all prepped. That's a good feeling when you're ready and prepared. Maybe 1 meter more. Good to see you again.
Wow.
You're the grand finale.
Yeah.
We've been preparing all day. We went with the more coarse sand. It felt like the right move. But here's our playa. Our beach is going to be forming right here.
So I was actually in the shower when I heard Jose's truck drive by, but I couldn't miss the creation of our beach. It's hard to know what's going to happen when you start filming an episode, but I guess we should have started out this one saying that we were going to make our own summer beach here in the mountains above the Algarve. Wow, this really is a dream. A little dream come true for a mountain mermaid, that's for sure.
Okay.
You're the best. Good night. Wow, guys. Look at all of this sand. Doesn't it just make you want to make a sandcastle right now? I can't even tell you what a huge smile I have on my face the whole time around that I was spreading that sand. Like, nothing else has made me quite this happy or giggly on our land. I totally feel like Tom Hanks in the movie Big. Like, this is what big kids do. Order $200 worth of sand and dump it in their backyard. How epic is that? Our beach adjacent to the new lagoon that we cleaned up and enhanced a little bit with stones and planted some clover. Wow, this thing looks totally transformed. Oh, they approve too.
Well, that was fun, and we can't wait to share what's to come in our next episode. Wishing bright and sunny beach days for us all, and magical watering holes to cool off in. We love you guys. We'll see you back here real soon. Hasta luego.